Biebs and the Trap comes on, and there's like no, they hadn't shown the features yet. Biebs and the Trap comes on, and I heard, and then Nav comes on, and I'm thinking
it was Justin
thinking
Bieber.
it's gonna be Justin Bieber.
Me too. And then he says the N-word, and I was like,
no, it's not.
are we giving Justin Bieber the pass? Are we giving Justin Bieber the pass? Welcome back, everybody, to
the Soul Serum Podcast.
I am your Ain't It Funny How It Happens host, Clay Bonine. I am joined by my Walk Leash Walk co-host, Tanner Mavis.
Walk leash walk, walk.
You are now tuned in to the #1 Yeet
podcast in the world. No mentions of Yeet on this episode, though, because we are going to be talking about the pre-Yeet times. Everybody,
What influenced Yeet?
Actually, well, maybe something on this list. Maybe something on this list it influenced Yeet. Everybody, get your nostalgia trains ready. Get them fired up, warmed up, because today we are going to be doing a 2016 albums tier list. This is one of those, in like the retrospect of hip hop, people like to regard this as like one of the best years of music ever. Best years
Young kids
in hip hop. Young kids do. I feel like
kids like under 30.
Definitely kids under 30. I'm not here to do that ranking. We are here to talk about the albums. You all know how the tier lists work already. As far as criteria for going for this one, I don't have much of a guideline. Like, I feel like this is kind of a loose tier list this time. What I think we should be looking at is obviously how it felt in the moment when the album dropped.
Yeah.
Where it fits in the artist's discography. I don't think that's a huge factor on this, but
I think it is.
some of these albums were kind of pivotal moments in these people's careers.
Yeah.
And most importantly, our personal enjoyment of the album.
Yeah.
Which
And how it's aged. Like, it's been what? 6 years?
6 years for
7
some
years.
of these, 5-6 years. So I think that is fair as well to look at. So do you have anything else to add as far as the guidelines go, or do you just want to get
Let's just
into
get to it.
Get into
Also, it's our
it.
podcast and it's our taste, so we can rank it wherever we want.
You goddamn right. So I have combined some snippets from the biggest song from each of these albums, 10 to 20 second snippets. So we're going to listen to those and then we'll talk about the album. I don't remember what order I put these in, so I don't know what this first one is. So let's see what we got.
Okay, my money way longer than a NASCAR race. I told her keep going.
First album we want to talk about is Jeffrey by
Okay.
Young Thug. I also have the Genius track lists pulled up of all of these if you would like some reminders on any of these. I really like this mixtape, but I gotta say it is not my favorite Young Thug project.
Yeah, it's not mine either. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think this tape was like very single heavy. I didn't personally like go through this project. I probably went through it once or twice, and I did not run it back.
Well, I ran it back a lot.
That's good. I mean, that's good, but maybe I was just like, because there was so much music coming out at that time. And it's
a
like,
lot was happening.
like,
and this was, I think,
a lot of like
spring kind of. So it was early on in the year too.
There was a lot of high replay value music coming out at the time, and like it's like
it was
if you weren't as up to par as like what was currently in my rotation, it was hard to infiltrate it.
Totally fair. I listened to this album so just for like context for the rest of this, I was still living in the dorms on campus in 2016. So a lot of these albums are like nostalgic to me, and I'm thinking about like me and my friends in the dorms. And this one got played a lot. There are a lot of weird Young Thug noises and moments on here that we would just always say.
Yeah.
But again, not my favorite Young Thug project. I feel as if this could go B.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's a bad project.
No.
I just don't think it's his best, and it's certainly not the best on this list either.
Yeah. It's got Wyclef Jean, and Pick Up the Phone is a fucking banger.
Floyd Mayweather was a really good one. He has Harambe on here.
Shout out Harambe.
Shout out Harambe.
Yeah.
You okay with the B ranking?
Yeah,
on that?
I'm okay with the B.
Okay, let's go. Let's go with the B ranking for Jeffrey.
It's just like it's the middle tier. Like I don't really have like much to like constructive criticism or like great things to say about it because I did not like consume it as much as I probably would like to give a proper ranking. So
and that's okay.
Middle tier is probably where I will put it.
And that is
just by default.
Okay, so let's keep it moving here. Let's see what the next one is.
Get God on the phone, said it won't be long. I see Jigaboo.
Untitled Unmastered by a one Kendrick Lamar.
People forget about this.
People forget about this
because he just dropped it on a whim and like there was like no promotion behind it.
No promotion, and all of the tracks are like obviously leftovers, untitled, unmastered, throwaways, whatever you want to call them. But they still are really good though.
Yeah.
Like most of the tracks on this album, I think could have made it on the real albums.
This was like pre-Damn, right?
Pre-Damn. This is in 2016. Damn is like April of 2017, I think. It was like the week before, the week after Die Lit is when Damn came out. Untitled, Unmastered. I be seeing in the Kendrick discourse that some people be liking Untitled, Unmastered.
Hold on, I want to correct you before the Cardi fans come at you. Die Lit came out in 2018. So it's probably self-titled.
I'm sorry. Yes, I do mean self-titled. Woo, woo. Hey, thank you for saving me right there. Thank you for saving me. Oh shit, I do mean self-titled. This album I see in the Kendrick discourse and the Kendrick fans universe. Some people like this better than Damn. I don't know if that is still true, but at the time I saw a lot of people talking about this being better than Damn. I don't know if I would go that far, but this got a lot of replay value for me at the time. It came out March 4th, 2016. Man, the early part of 2016, some of these albums came out like in the spring or so of 2016. That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Now, what do you have to say about Untitled Unmastered?
It didn't get it's like the same thing for the Thug Project. Like I went through it once and I was like, there's like one or two songs I like. Like the Untitled 7 is like the Levitate song. Like that was like the one.
Got used on like NBA commercials for fucking 2 whole years.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I obviously have like a lot of love and respect for Kendrick, and I loved Good Kid, Mad City. To Pimp a Butterfly was really good. It was like as I've gotten older, like To Pimp a Butterfly increasingly becomes my favorite Kendrick project.
So good. It's insane.
As I get older and wiser and like am able to like, you know, actually digest like a lot of the things that he's talking about and how deep some of the things are, and then just samples he uses and just, you know what I mean, like just more curiosity, you know what I mean.
Just the production value of To Pimp a Butterfly alone.
Yeah.
If there were no words on it and it was just the instrumentals,
it's just poetry. That's the best way. That's how I was trying to explain Kendrick Lamar to my girlfriend. It's just like it's poetry when it comes down to like Kendrick's music. Like he could stand up on an open mic and just like
go.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But I don't know. This one did not get ran back that much for me. I went through it like once, like I said, and like I said, it's 2016. Like there was so much music that I would rather listen to. At the time, personally,
this is tough for me.
And again, I can't give it a proper like analysis because I did not listen to it as much. So for me, it would be a B.
See, and I kind of want to put it A, leaning B a little bit because it's not Kendrick's best project in his discography, and as much as I liked it at the time, I can't say that in like 2017, 2018, 2019 from there on I've played that album a lot. Like it was a moment in time for me. And you know, honestly, I think we should put it in the B because it's an Untitled Unmastered. These are throwaways. This is not Kendrick's best work. He put this out for us to just be like, you know what, I kind of like these, but I don't really want to put in the work to finish them. Here you guys go. We're gonna put it at B.
Yep.
We're going to put it at B.
Sorry, Kendrick fans.
Well, actually,
We're going to get some Kendrick fans in the comments. Okay. Next one. Let's give it a listen. Pick Up the Phone, man.
So it was on Jeffrey and this.
So I think it was a bonus track on Jeffrey because it's a Travis Scott song, but it came out as the single and they put it as a bonus track on Jeffrey. But it's like track number 10 or 11 on the Travis album.
Interesting. I've never seen that like before, like a song being on two different artists' albums.
Yeah, Pick Up the Phone is track number 11. And I think I already closed out the Thug tab, but yeah, here we go. It was track number 10. But when they first released this album, though, because this came out before Birds in the Trap, it was only Kanye West was the last song, and then they added this. But to me, I associate this with Birds in the Trap. I could have picked a lot of different songs from here, but I felt like Pick Up the Phone was the appropriate choice. This album, more than a lot of these other albums, hits my nostalgia chord like so hard. But my least, and this does not mean that it's bad, but it's my least favorite Travis project.
Yeah.
I like Astroworld, Rodeo, Days Before, and it's been a long time since I've listened to Owl Pharaoh, so I can't say I put it above that. But I like all those three albums definitely better than Birds. And I remember listening to Birds because they did an Apple Music.
Yeah, I listened to that too.
Yeah, bro. I was like walking to class like, oh my God, this Kendrick Lamar verse is crazy.
Yeah, it was like the beats, Zane Lowe shit.
Wave.
Oh yeah.
The dot wave radio, I think.
I remember listening to it like in my apartment in my fucking living room, and I'm just like listening to it. And my buddy Reed, I don't know if you know Reed Strewing or not, but my buddy Reed was like right there next to me, just like I think he was like doing homework or something, and I'm just like listening to it, and the Beebs in the Trap comes on, and there's like they hadn't shown the features yet. Beebs in the Trap comes on, and I heard, and then Nav comes on, and I'm thinking
it was Justin
thinking
Bieber.
It's gonna be Justin Bieber.
Me too. And then he says the N-word, and I was like,
no, it's not.
Are we giving Justin Bieber the pass? Are we giving Justin Bieber the pass?
We were all so confused.
I want to put this as an A. Personally, I don't think it is an S tier.
I will say this about Birds is Birds has the most hits, I think, of like any Travis project, like hits that you could play in multiple environments, especially on the stage.
It got run a lot in parties.
Just go to the track list real quick, bro. Like, I'm just thinking of when he performed this, bro. Like he would come out to his shows at like to
the late night Beebs.
Bro, he would come out during that time to the ends. That shit was so fire.
Outside.
Way Back was fire. Coordinate was fucking fire. Through the Late Night with Kid Cudi. Beebs in the Trap.
This track
Sweet
list is insane.
Outside with 21 Savage. Goosebumps was his biggest song ever before Sicko Mode. Pick Up the Phone.
Okay. You know
Lose.
what?
I got shit to lose. I gotta go back and fucking listen to this because.
So are you arguing for the S tier?
I'm not arguing for the S. I'm just simply laying it out there. Like this is like I think he has the most hits and the most like digestible mainstream rap music on this project.
I would agree with that. I think that's fair.
But it isn't my favorite. I like Rodeo more just because I like the it wasn't as much of as like a conceptual album. Like it was like to this day I still don't really understand the Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight thing. I know where it comes from, but like there wasn't like I love like the deep like well thought out story behind Rodeo. You know what I mean? He's from Texas. He's trying to create this wild, chaotic atmosphere at his shows. Like you're coming to the rodeo type shit. And then like he had already told us about like Astroworld is where like it was like the abandoned amusement park in Houston, and he wanted to bring it back to life. Yeah, and then he ended up bringing it back as a festival, this and that, which we can't really talk about. But you know what I mean? Like it wasn't this well thought out conceptual album. Maybe I'm tripping. There could be something deeper that I don't know about you Travis fans. I used to be one of you. I mean, I am a Travis fan still. Don't get me wrong. Of course, but I'm not as deep. Like on every fan page, just looking at. Like deep in the Travis Scott lore as I used to be. I think I am cool. I think I'm cool with A.
I think it's an A tier. It's just hard for me when I'm thinking about what we put at S tier in these past tier lists. I don't get that same feeling for Birds in the Trap, but it's a high A tier.
Yeah.
It's a high A tier. When we went through the track list and you were just naming off those songs, I was like, God damn, they're all good.
Yeah, they're all
of these
good,
songs
bro.
are good.
They're all good. I need to go back and listen to that project.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to our next album.
Cause it get cold like Minnesota. Cold like Minnesota. Cold like Minnesota.
You know, I thought this album came out late 2015, and then when I was doing this, and I was like, oh, that's right, it was early 2016.
One Night came out late 2015.
Yeah, I think that's where I got it mixed up. This is another album that hits my nostalgia chord really crazy. One of the better projects in Yachty's discography. He's obviously
I think it's
matured.
still his best.
As far as like a whole album, yeah.
What's
probably
better?
I don't know, man. Let me go to his.
You're gonna say Michigan Boat Boy, aren't you?
I wouldn't say. I mean, like for me personally, maybe, but I wouldn't stand on that hill though. I don't think I would stand on that hill because I think I would lose the battle real quickly.
I think he's just like he's still been trying to chase like topping that project.
Yeah, that is true. As a whole project and like a concept, Lil Boat definitely is his best album. I would say that.
Bro.
But it kind of this album also kind of like stunted his career a little bit though, because it was such a polarizing drop when it happened, and then to try and chase that and chase that and chase that and chase that. And also, I'm not gonna say that every song on this track list.
I'm gonna say
awesome.
"Wanna Be Us," Minnesota,
of course.
Up Next to Running, one of my favorite Lil Yachty songs and beats ever. One Night. Yeah, it's the fucking Donkey Kong or whatever. Or the Sega video game
is.
So good. Honestly, I like Summer Songs 2 a lot as well. Summer Songs 2 is probably right there with Lil Boat.
This is, I think, what is very special about this one, though, in comparison to some of the other albums in this tier list and the Lil Yachty discography, is that it felt so singular.
Yeah,
like there was nothing like this before him, and there was nothing like this after him, despite many people trying to do their own melodic version of this. I would not mind putting this in the S tier.
I don't think it's S.
You don't think it's S?
I think it's A. I think Birds is like might be better than Lil Boat, to be honest, because it's got more hits and replay value, and I think like 10 years from 2016, which would be 2026, like I think we'll still be able to throw like a Goosebumps or a Pick Up the Phone in the fucking on the aux, you know what I mean? Like
you won't be able to throw One Night or
you'll definitely that's all I'm saying. You'll definitely be able to put those two as well.
Yeah,
but it's like this album like just isn't this overwhelmingly like classic to me yet. Like it's a classic, but it's like
it's
hard
to us.
It's a classic
but it
to us.
might not be a classic to.
But 10 years from now, like 10, 15 years out from the release, like is it still gonna have that same feel? Like is it gonna be like this one-off thing? Like it's a classic no matter what. Like now when we go back and listen to like, you know, Illmatic by Nas or like Jay-Z like Blueprint, you know what I mean? Like those are classics.
Somewhere,
you know what I mean?
An old hip hop head just fucking had a heart attack from you putting Lil Boat and Illmatic in the same
I'm not comparing. I'm just saying like you have to wait at least 10 years out to like call an album a classic. And
let's put it in the A tier.
And we're talking albums here, bro. Like you even said it yourself, like there's some songs on there that you don't even listen to. You know what I mean?
True.
Like for me, for an album to be S, bro, like I have to fucking love like a good 80 to 90% of the songs, and like I still go like and I still go back to them type shit. You know what I mean? Like every now and then. Like with this, I think it's about half. If that.
Okay. All right. We'll do A tier. A tier for Lil Boat. I'm not mad at that. Also, I didn't say this at the front of the podcast. I want to, though. There is no Frank Ocean Blonde on this list because we all know where it goes. Okay. I didn't put it on there. I didn't want to waste anybody's time listening to us talk about Blonde because it's really fucking good. Okay. There, I said it. All right, let's keep it moving.
Wait, I think police is at the
Okay,
door.
the neighbors think I'm selling dope.
The story behind that song is really like, it's fucked up, but like the way he told it, like, and turned it and flipped it into a song, was cool.
I'm letting you take the reins on this one because I was still like,
Go to the track list. It's been a minute since I went. That's another thing. I haven't gone back to For Your Eyez Only.
I was still mad. I was like on the J. Cole hate train.
You were?
In 2016 when this album came out. And this is the one that has Fold Your Clothes on it. So I was like, you fucking J. Cole fans. But but I understand that, like, you know, it's an important album in the grand scheme of 2016, yada yada woo woo.
Yeah.
So
it's a good album, man.
So you tell me where you think this ranks, because I have no like context for it personally.
Yeah. I don't have a ton of context other than this is like the release after Forest Hills Drive.
Is this better or worse than KOD, the next album?
Oh, it's better than KOD.
It's better than KOD.
Yeah,
Is it
I did not
or worse than the off season? Just, you know.
It's totally different than the off season. It's more like
True.
It's more like
it's a lot slower of an album.
Yeah, it's like a post like Forest Hills. Yeah, I mean I don't know. I will say I haven't gone back to the off season either. So
yeah, I got like a good 2 weeks of it, and then I was like, oh, okay.
So I don't know. Here's what I'll say about this. Like, I like a good portion of these songs. From Whom the Bell Tolls is a really good intro. Immortal was like the banger of the album. The last song of the project, I think it is called For Your Eyez Only.
It is.
Really fucking good outro. Mm-hmm. Did not like the Folding Clothes song. Did not like She's Mine Part 2. Neighbors is good. Deja Vu. I'm pretty sure Deja Vu is a flip of one of the Bryson Tiller songs.
Oh yeah. Wait. First of all, this is the song I always. Whenever Justin was staying here, this is the song I'd always make fun of J. Cole with. Hey, put a finger in the sky.
Yeah.
But this is the what Bryson Tiller song is? It's
Exchange.
Is he with 2 keys of Serum. Yeah. I remember that. That was another reason why I was on the J. Cole hate train. I was like, he stole the Bryson Tiller beat. Da, 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 da. And this came out right at the end of 2016 too, in December. So what do you think? B tier, A tier, C tier?
I will say at the time when I listened to it, like after going through it and then hearing the last song really hit me. I don't know what it was about it, but like it's like a really long outro and it was like, I don't know, really like vulnerable and like it was like this like place that you never had like J. Cole like really take you to. Mm-hmm. I remember the feeling I had, and it was like a heartwarming but like kind of like sad feeling for him, but not something that I go back to still. In the grand scheme of the J. Cole's discography, it's probably like third or fourth around there. Born Sinner's still my favorite. Forest Hills Drive's number 2. Even like some of his mixtapes are like
better than this.
Yeah, better than this.
This sounds like a B tier to me.
I'd probably put it B.
This sounds B tier. I don't think we have any evidence to put it at C. Like there's nothing stand out bad about this.
I wouldn't let you put it at C.
We're putting it in the fucking D tier. All right. Thank you, Jermaine Cole. We appreciate your contribution to this list. Let's go to the next album.
If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. Beautiful morning, you're the sun of my morning, babe.
God. To this day, bro.
When that song gets played, when Father Stretch My Hands gets played at any function,
I go crazy. I lose my shit.
Go crazy, singing at the top of my lungs. This one's easy for me, man.
Yeah, let's go to the track list real quick. I want to go through it real quick.
It is fucking crazy. We were talking about this with Rocco the other night.
Yeah. Ultralight Beam, Chance's best fucking song,
dude,
probably.
The first 7 songs, but first 6 songs, 'cause I'm not going to include Lowlights because that's like the interlude thing.
Yeah.
But Ultralight Beam, Father Stretch My Hands, Part 1, Part 2, Famous, Feedback, Into Highlights. My fucking mind was melting listening to this. I also was a glitch in the title system for like 7 months after this album came out. I had free title for like 7 months, and then they and finally one day they were like, "You ain't got no credit card or file," and shut me out.
I got the leak to this. I remember I got the
leak to
Life of Pablo. Yeah,
man, I fucking love this album. I have been somewhat critical of it. I think a couple of these, I think the track list could be shaved down a little bit.
Oh, it definitely could.
But that's really my only critique with this album, though, is I think some of this stuff could be taken out. But
the Silver Surfer intermission, I forgot about that.
Like, No More Parties in LA.
Classic.
I will still listen to that song today. He gives you a little bit of everything. This is what Rocco was saying when he was here the other night. We get gospel on here. We get house. We get real rap on here.
Yep.
We get ballads. We get
classic sample
sad
Kanye,
songs.
you know?
Yeah. I mean, this
We
might
get fucking
be,
Designer, bro. Designer.
When I first heard the album, I thought it was Future. And I was like,
we all did.
Yeah, you got Future.
Nah, well, no, I knew the Panda song before.
Before this?
Yeah, you didn't?
No.
For real? I was fucking banging Panda.
I found out about it through this album.
For real?
And
I was
then,
banging
and
Panda.
Then after I found it through this album,
Yeah.
I was banging it.
I was so confused when Kanye put it on there. I was like, what the fuck is going on? It's like
I was cutting grass 2016. Fucking that was like all I was doing the summer 2016. And the truck that I would drive didn't have like a Bluetooth, like whatever the fuck. And Designer Panda played on the radio so fucking much that summer. And I was okay with it, though. I was okay with it. But that's what I think about. I'm just
You're
like,
just
man.
saying that one line, I was cutting grass 2016. Like, that's such like a funny line to me right there. Like, it's like
Y'all
all those
wasn't
corny.
cutting grass in 2016, man. I was out there cutting grass. This is probably the easiest S tier I think that we've had.
I think when we talk about like like what I was saying, like classic albums, I think this will for sure be a classic and like a timestamp. You know what I mean? And it's also like I always associate it with the Listening Party and the Yeezy season 3. Like, it was just a time, bro. And like the video of Kid Cudi and Travis and Pusha T, like
beautiful.
It was bringing together the whole culture that was going on right now. Like the up and coming people from not only music, but like the fashion world. They had like Ian Connor, Young Thug, Lil Yachty on stage. Then we had the up and coming, the next quote unquote Kanye West with Travis Scott and Kid Cudi, which Kanye and Kid Cudi are Travis's 2 big influences.
Yeah.
It was a crazy time,
beautiful.
bro.
Everything about it was beautiful, man. That's an S tier. Thank you, Kanye West, for the Life of Pablo. We appreciate that. Next album, I don't remember what it is. Let's listen.
Ain't it funny how it happens? Ain't it funny how it happens?
I don't think we've ever talked. Are you a Danny Brown guy? Do you listen to Danny Brown?
Not for real.
I'm a big Danny Brown guy.
I know you are.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
So this album is like, so he comes out with Triple X, the mixtape, in 2012, I think. There was an album called Old that came out on my birthday, I think in 2014 or 2015. And then this one comes out. And when this album came out, Danny Brown, this is right before he like changes his look in his life to look less like a crazy person. But the whole theme of this album being named Atrocity Exhibition is kind of how like people will go through this downward spiral, these problems with drugs. And instead of like helping people, you know, people will like point their phone or like just like kind of look at it and be like, oh, fuck, that looks bad. So this is an album that has like a lot of serious themes and undertones to it. But Danny Brown, being who he is, makes it sound insane. His voice is crazy. He's an amazing rapper. There's a really good Kendrick Lamar feature on this album, a really good Earl Sweatshirt feature on this album. And I think one of the biggest things, too, is like this was kind of Danny Brown's like most critically acclaimed album. Like
Really?
critics fucking loved this. I think this is one of the albums that Fantano gave a 10 out of 10 to.
No way.
His Atrocity Exhibition. Yeah. This album is sort of towing the line of like experimental hip hop and the production of it. But with all of that being said, I definitely do not go back and listen to this album a lot because it's very heavy.
Yeah.
And it's not like an album you're just like, well, I'll just throw this on in the background.
Can't
Like,
play it in front of the hose.
you cannot play Atrocity Exhibition in front of the hose. No fucking way. If you played it in front of the hose and they like it, you better get out of wherever you are at. Do not hang with those people. I think for the critical acclaim of it and the uniqueness of the production, I would like to put it at A tier.
This is you, man. I literally have no like reference point. Like, bro, that's probably somebody I should dive into because I don't really know that much about Danny Brown. I know his persona more than him as an artist.
For sure. It was cool to see him come from like a really traditionalist hip hop Detroit rapidy ass rapper kind of thing into this experimental guy, and then he kind of honed it back in on his last album. But I don't think it's the best album in his discography either, for me personally. But I'm gonna put it at A tier because I think it deserves it. So, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Okay, this next one, I believe this next one is a Kanye affiliate here. So let's listen.
Bro, to this day, I'll go like every now and then I'll go out to the bars in Cincinnati down at fucking Mr. Pitiful's and the Drinkery. Like, this is like one of the main songs that the DJs love to spin.
No Problem by Chance the Rapper. And also, I love the 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne verse on this song.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Both so good.
Coloring Book, man. So this is
Mixtape is one of my favorites on here with Lil Yachty and Young Thug.
Yeah.
Seeing Lil Yachty on like because everybody like, I feel like traditional like hip hop rap fans and like blog era rap fans just like love Chance the Rapper and like was like thought he was like God's fucking like son, the second coming of Jesus, like literally. And like I was like never a big like Chance fan. Like I thought acid rap was like cool. I understood it, but like when I was in high school and everybody at Newcastle was listening to fucking Chance the Rapper, and I was listening to Chief Keef.
White people love Chance the Rapper,
and I was like listening to J. Cole, but like a lot of like also like Chief Keef and like. I don't know.
There was a lot of good trap shit coming out around acid rap, but like a lot of the people who weren't listening to that really latched on to the Chance the Rapper.
Yeah.
Cocoa Butter Kisses.
Oh my God, dude.
Holy fucking hell. Juice, all of that. So that's in 2013. This is his next album that comes out in 2016. And I guess it's like the conclusion, right, of it's like 10 Days, acid rap, and then Coloring Book. And I have a problem where I will not like somebody because of their fan base, and the Chance the Rapper fan base was fucking
one of them
really hard for me to get behind. So like I really liked acid rap, and I did not like Chance the Rapper for like 2 years, 3 years, and then Coloring Book comes out. And this is the same summer where I'm cutting grass and No Problem's on the radio all the time too.
Yeah.
And this album kind of pulled me back into the Chance the Rapper thing, man. A little bit. I think there's a lot of good songs on this album, though. I'm looking at the track list. No Problem, obviously. Blessings, Mixtape, Angels.
Juke Jam is
I
good.
like Juke Jam a lot. Smoke Break featuring Future.
Oh, yeah. That beat on Smoke Break is super fire.
So good. It's like part of me wants to not put this album very high because of like how Chance the Rapper's career has kind of unfolded since Coloring Book. But
how do you think it's aged though?
I think it's aged all right. I don't think it's like I don't know if this is, other than No Problem, I don't know if we're going to be listening to any other song from this in like 10 to 15
That was
years,
like the highlight, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely.
A lot of these other ones are kind of,
These are for like the fans who like
memory
to go and listen. And Angels kind of got a lot of play
And
though.
Same
I
Drugs.
feel like, oh fuck yeah, I forgot Same Drugs is on here.
You don't do the same drugs.
So what do you think, man? I don't know. Like,
I'm thinking B.
yeah. I think
I can't put it there with Birds and Lil Boat. I can't.
that's, and that's honestly all the reasoning I need. Cause I was kind of thinking to myself, I was like, should we put it A? Are we kind of tripping on the B ranking? But definitely cannot put it with Birds or Lil Boat, especially not Atrocity Exhibition, I don't think. Shout out Chance the Rapper, but we got to go B tier on that one. Okay, we have 2 albums left. And this next one is really good. So let's listen.
Telephone call from young Cardi said it's slit. Call the young Lord.
Oh, you didn't even get to the Cardi part.
Yeah, I didn't go
Money
to the Cardi
bags.
part.
I'm gonna
I
bag
always
your
love
bitch.
how he delivers that line. This is Gosha. Did I pay for pussy?
Yeah,
No,
that's
sir.
one of my favorite lines.
sir.
Yeah, that's so fire. Also, I want to say, around this time was the time when the ASAP Bari allegations were coming out, and there was a viral video of ASAP Rocky performing the song, and he, instead of saying ASAP Bari, he said ASAP Bari, he a bitch. He said it like so. He said it so
He
loud.
mentions ASAP Bari and Ian Connor both in that line. Which,
Yeah.
if we're talking about aging well, that one didn't age too well. Okay, here is my dig with this album: is I don't think that like a lot of these songs on here are very good.
Cozy Tapes 2 is better than Cozy Tapes 1.
100% agree. I always felt a little let down by this album.
Yeah. Telephone calls. Put that on my set.
I kind of remember London Town being fun and Crazy Brazy.
Yeah, Crazy Brazy.
I gotta be-
Lamborghini High, obviously.
I gotta be honest. I wish Lamborghini High was only like 3 minutes long. Like,
Yeah.
Once we get to
put,
like
they
this,
put all of ASAP on it. You know what I mean?
I get it, but I just like
Yeah.
it's hard for me to listen to that whole song. When we get to the ASAP Ferg verse, I'm just usually like, Jesus, can we fucking turn this song off?
Iconic fucking video
The
though.
video surpasses
It's
the
levels.
song for me. Yeah, once ASAP Ferg comes in, I'm like, dude, fucking turn the song off. Turn the song off. I love this song when we're talking, I love this album when we're thinking about the moment of it, but where it fits in the discography of ASAP Mob, how
And
it's
just
aged and whatnot, and how I enjoyed it. I don't think it's really that awesome of an album, though.
Yeah, I would agree. But Lamborghini High is a fucking great song.
Does it go C? Is that too harsh? Is that too harsh?
Yeah, because I like it more than Kendrick, and I like it more than probably more than Coloring Book. Just Lamborghini High itself and Telephone Calls, the 2 songs I like more than anything on Coloring Book.
Damn. Okay, so B tier, or are you trying to get it sneaking into the A tier?
No, not
Okay,
A, not A.
Okay.
I would say either B or C. I don't care. But like, if we're putting that C, then I feel
If we're putting that
I feel like
C,
Coloring Book or one of those should be C as
Yeah,
well.
that is valid.
If we're just gonna put everything in B, I don't know.
Or we could put the J. Cole album at C. I'm just joking.
I like the J. Cole album more than the other 3 albums there.
This is a tough one. I guess we should put it B tier.
All right.
I think we should put it B tier. I do think C seems a little low. I kind of just want to put it at C because I feel like we're unbalanced.
Yeah,
here
we are
a little
unbalanced,
bit,
but I already know where I want to put this next one, so we're gonna be balanced again.
I also know where I want to put this next one. So we'll call Cozy Tapes a B. Let's listen to the clip for our last album.
Young Savage, why you trapping so hard? Why these niggas capping so hard?
Go to the track list.
This album makes me think about basement parties in
My God,
2016.
it was so good because it's only 9
9
songs and they're
short
all
and sweet.
so good.
Oh my God.
And we were this is when I was just banging like Red Ops and like the Slaughter King, I think what it was called, the mixtape. Like I was running through that, like Air It Out by 21 Savage too. I was listening.
Dip. So what's cool about this though is like, so there's that tape, right, where at least for me, I'm like, I like this.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Not sure about it.
I'm like, what is this guy doing? Is he just kind of like talking to me? Like he's not really rapping, you know?
I remember being captivated by him more than anyone because I'm like,
it was different.
This guy wants to kill me.
Yeah, this guy wants to kill me, and he also in a time around this time, everybody is like rapping a certain way, like it's kind of like sort of like that Migos Lil Uzi flow, like it's crazy at this time, and then 21 Savage comes out and he's rapping like this, and you're like, and I was just
I make murder music.
I was just like, what the fuck, and It's a Knife meme is happening too, and then this album comes out. It's 9 songs, Metro Boomin produced. It is short and sweet. It's concise, and it's so fucking good.
Metro heard it, and Metro heard 21. He's like, oh yeah, I know exactly what to do with this.
I think in that Noisy Atlanta doc, when he's talking about like what did you see in 21 Savage, he says something about like he was doing something different than everybody else, and I wanted to
really was, bro,
to do that.
Really was. And that's why I think this will stand out the test of time, like because this is just like, of all the things going on in this time period and all the albums that were coming out, this is like this one-off thing that was like, it somehow was in the mix of everything, but at the same time it was like this own like separate branch of, you know, the modern, you know, era of hip hop at that time. And for not only that, the fucking album was so good, bro. So like good. You get
all of these songs.
You get No Heart X. You get No Heart and X are two of like the club or like party bangers, like Stunting on My Ex Bitch, bro. Like that was like, I feel like 2016 for like, because we were in college, bro. It was like my sophomore year of college, so it was a time where I was like newly single, you know what I mean? Broke up with
this song was hitting. I was also newly single in the summer of 2016.
And I feel like a lot of people that were in college were just having fun newly single, you know what I mean? And like this was one of those songs that just like everybody felt in their chest and would scream it every time it came on. And who better to have on the fucking feature than fucking Future to stunt on you.
Toxic King himself.
Exactly. And bro, even the other songs, like I love No Advance. I love Ocean Drive is one of my favorite 21 Savage songs.
For sure.
Like I love the I love the slow like 21, like I like the slow love 21 song, you know what I mean? Like he does it in his own like savage way. Like totally. I don't know how to say it. Like it's like romantic and like
romantic and street at the same time. But like it's not
like
a lot of people can do that.
And he has a little charm to him when he does it too. Like I would like I don't know. I just get it.
I agree with everything you just said, and I think one of the coolest things about this in the grand scheme of like 21 Savage's career is that I think every album after this he gets better. Like he's already really good on this album, and he advances and evolves as an artist as his albums go on. And this album still feels good. It still is age old. It's not like, oh, well, that's his first album and it's this and that. It still feels right. And this is what brought him into the mainstream light. Like he's never going to get the Post Malone Rockstar feature without No Heart in X.
Facts.
And I think for that alone, I think
just the series in general, like he ended up doing Savage Mode 2. And like,
which we loved as well.
We still loved it. Yeah, like it's just like, I don't know. It was just like a precursor of everything that was to come for such a solid career.
For sure.
And
very solid career.
And somewhat unpredictable because we didn't think he was going to go, kind of this more conscious like lane as well. In his own way, like not like super conscious, you know what I mean? But like in his own way.
Jermaine.
Yeah.
He got Jermaine on a song.
He got Jermaine to pretty much, you know, change his mind about the whole new wave of generation of rappers like that. Like once he understood 21, I feel like he understood like the Lil Yachty's. He did the interview with Lil Pump. I remember him like going to the No Jumper store and talking about X and saying how much he loved X's new album and shit like that. Like
Right.
I feel like 21 was one of the artists that really made J. Cole like understand, okay, these kids are coming from, you know,
a genuine
place, but like a whole new like environment and like, you know, it's just a new time and a new, you know, a new era of hip hop. And he started to like really, you know, take it for what it was.
If you had played me in 2015, if you had played me Red Ops, and then after the song ended, said this guy's gonna have a J. Cole feature and win a Grammy in 3 years, 4 years, I would have been like, no, I don't think so.
It's insane.
But he fucking did.
Yeah. One of the most polarizing, you know, rappers to come out in the last decade, but like one of the best rappers to come out.
One of the best.
And like,
unique.
I'll probably go to my grave and say this, like, of like, from the time he came out until now, like when you see featuring 21 Savage on it, like he's the best feature rapper.
You know something fine about to happen.
He's the best feature rapper.
Dude, he's
and not to mention his ad libs are fucking S tier as well.
21.
Pussy.
So I think we're in agreement here, right?
S
tier. Oh, I love this image right here. I love what I am seeing. Let's go through the tier list real quick. At S tier, we have The Life of Pablo and Savage Mode by 21 Savage and Metro Boomin. I just love that those are the two albums that got to the S tier.
Yeah.
That like makes me so happy, honestly. Yeah. In A tier, we have Birds in the Trap, Sing McKnight. We have Lil Boat, and we have Atrocity, Exhibition. And in the B tier, we have Jeffrey, Untitled Unmastered, For Your Eyez Only, Coloring Book, and Cozy Tapes Volume 1.
I think Birds could potentially be S. If I would have to go back. I feel like I haven't listened to it in so long. I just need to be my memory to be refreshed a little bit. That's the one thing I will say.
I think
that's the strongest A.
I think so. I totally agree with you. It could be S. I wouldn't be mad if it was put in the S, but it feels.
But it's not my favorite Travis album. So that's why we probably have to put it there.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on this before we get out of here?
Again, the B section, like all those albums did not get run back very much for me. So maybe that's maybe why it should be lower. But I don't know. Maybe somebody else out there has a fucking way more critical opinion about some of those albums and could like make a strong argument for maybe an A. But
well, I think one thing we got to keep in mind here too is out of these 10 albums, these are all like when I was doing research to compile this and you go to top 20 albums of 2016, top
they're all in there.
50, all of these albums are in there. So we're already picking from like a very high
I got you.
success rate. It's just, you know, something's got to be B. You know, we can't put everything at A, can't put everything at S. So we're not saying these albums are bad, but if we're going to do a ranking and a comparison, you know, somebody's got to lose, you know. But I'll tell you what, you will never lose if you follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Soul Serum. That was a good one.
That was really good.
That was a good one right there. Subscribe to us on YouTube, the main page and the TV page. Merch is dropped. By this time, the hoodies might be all the way out, but if not, we have a couple of XL hoodies left.
Yeah, we got like 5 or 6 XL hoodies left. If somebody wants to cop one, that'll be sick.
If you were late, you know, show us some love. We stream your music every Thursday on Twitch, 7:30.
Yep.
Reviewing your music, that is. Follow us on TikTok, Soul Serum Podcast, Soul Serum TV, all of that jazz. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. I'm about to buy some clothes in like 30 minutes. That new dime drop coming.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm going to be fresh as shit the next time y'all see me. With all of that being said, thank you all for listening. As always, I'm your host, Clay Bonine.
I'm your co-host, Tanner Mavis.
And we'll see y'all next week. Let us know what other nostalgia-inducing tier lists you want us to do.
Yes, sir.
Deuces.